I've done everything. I've done all kinds of therapies. I have done certifications. I have done a lot of psychedelics. I have done a lot of meditation. I've spoken with a lot of people, shamans, healers, so much.
Yeah.
But it still comes down, no matter what, to how willing I am to be fully myself. It still comes down, no matter what, to how willing I am to sit with myself, especially in the dark periods and the dark moments, and how much self-respect I can really gather for myself and what I've been through and experienced.
I learned to meditate because of Dev. It was December 2020. It was 2020 because it was COVID. And that was like the first time we traveled, and we went to...
That was the best trip.
It was amazing. Went to Cabo for a week with Dev, and like Dev had like a bunch of activities. What would you call them, Dev? It was like a spiritual retreat. It was just a bunch of activities. We were doing yoga, and I learned how to meditate on that trip. I could not still quiet my brain, have my brain still ever. But for whatever reason, in that moment, I was able to meditate, and I've been doing it ever since.
Oh, it was so amazing.
We
did Reiki. We did energy healing.
Yep.
Little mushrooms.
Yep.
We did meditation, yoga.
Why is meditation so important?
Oh my God. And I think in some other maybe wisdom traditions, some people might relate to it if you call it reflection or if you call it moments for contemplation. But meditation is the master healer because it gets you out of your identity. And our identity is almost 100% made from like all of the culturally created beliefs that we have, or our beliefs from our family of origin, or, the things that we're influenced by society. And so when you're able to get out of all those extra layers of like what your titles are, what the role you play. I'm a husband, I'm a wife, I'm someone's child, brother, sister, friend. When you take yourself out of all of that, you actually get to glimpse like, what am I designed to be? What was God's intention for me, of me, before I fit into anybody's box or any relationship? And so the thing about meditation, and I really want to share this, I believe in trauma-informed practice. And it's a little bit different to hold that space within the healing community than if you're not. It's recognizing that a lot of people will have barriers to almost every healing modality that comes up because of some of the things that they may have experienced. So in meditation, you're going through so many layers. And the first time you try, the first several times you try, it could be so hard and frustrating and anger-inducing and irritating to sit down and be still. And it could bring up everything and make you feel like you're failing at it. And then you want to stop. And then let me go do things I'm actually good at,
That is literally me.
Yeah.
That is, I feel like I'm missing out on doing something, or I can be doing this with this time, or it's not working. So I grow to be frustrated when I try to meditate, man. So I just
Me
be
too.
smoking.
And that too. Smoking and meditate is like a great little collaboration, and yoga and stretching. But I'm so glad you said that, because I think that is almost everyone's response, but especially if you have been through hard things. And what I want everyone to know is that phase passes. And that's part of what doing the work is, right? It's being patient with yourself and witnessing yourself, especially when you don't want to do it. And it's saying like, God, I'm sitting here and I hate this. This is stupid.
Yeah.
I don't want to do this. Breathe. Breathe. Okay. Wiggle. Release. Open your body. Like you start meeting those feelings with things that harmonize that experience for you. And part of what you're doing when you do that is you stretch your capacity to be patient with yourself. You stretch your capacity to be present in your life, but you also stretch your capacity for self-compassion. So all those little adjustments you make in meditation when you first start, like connect to your breath, take a deep breath. With your eyes closed, try to look at your nose. That's something that can focus you. Relaxes your body. Okay, I'm getting tense. Lower my shoulders. Release my stomach. Release my breath. You're teaching yourself how to regulate your discomfort. So when we say things like, do it when you're uncomfortable, or uncomfortable things stretch you, they only stretch you if you learn how to settle into them. And so that building a practice for your wellness is how you settle into it. Once you settle into it, there's another level to go to. So after you get past that, which you can and will, which I was in the same place, I hated it.